Hello everyone, this video is in continuation to our videos on the chapter Cell, the unit of life, grade 11th. We have already discussed the various models which explained the cell membrane. Now, as I am taking up the chapter topics, I am taking up the topics in sequence, one after the other, which is relevant after the other. So do not worry about it. So I have already discussed cell membrane. We have discussed the various models of cell membrane. Today we will discuss the transport across the plasma or the cell membrane. Then we will talk about osmosis, diffusion and various processes, and then we will start with cell wall. In some books it's just cell membrane, then it starts with cell wall directly. Or बाद में ये सब is explained. So I am taking up everything in sequence so that it's easy for you to correlate. So watch the video till the end. We'll be talking about the transport across the plasma membrane and very important differences between passive and active transport, because this is the basis of all the processes which you will be doing in this chapter. So we will, without wasting time, we'll quickly start with the two types of transportation: passive and active, passive transportation and active transportation. You must have heard about these transportations in grade 9th as well, where we have discussed about the different processes like osmosis. In ICSE, CBSE both we do about the osmosis, we do diffusions and all. So there is a whole list of processes taking up. So passive and active transport, very important according to this chapter. So please pay attention. Passive transport, first of all, is the one which occurs without using any energy. No energy required. And whereas active transport occurs, energy is required. So in order for these in order to undergo these processes, in order these processes to take place, energy is required here in active transport. What type of energy, in which form? Of course it will be in the form of ATP. We all know ATP are the energy molecules in the organisms. So energy is required in the form of ATP to undergo these processes. Matlab, agar energy is not present, this does not take place. Whereas there is no energy required in passive transport. Passive transport can easily take place, like for example flowing of water from one place to another. No energy is required. Second is, this passive transport is slower as compared to active transport. Slow processes, or you can say takes time. Whereas active transport is a faster process, as it is utilizing energy. So time वैसे ही कम हो गया. So passive transport it takes time and it is a very slow process, or these processes are slow, you can say. Whereas active transport processes are quite very fast, as they are utilizing energy to carry out these processes. Then movement of molecules always occur according to concentration gradient. I'll explain you what is it. Whereas in case of active transport, it can occur opposite also. That means it can occur against concentration gradient. Okay, now how do we explain this? Movement of molecules always occur according to concentration gradient means always take place from low to high. For example, if suppose we have this beaker, and in this beaker suppose we have 50 molecules of water here, and we have only 10 molecules of water. Fine. So how will the movement take place? The movement will always take place from, I'm so sorry. This is high to low. that means ऊपर से नीचे, high to low. This is a normal concentration gradient. So movement will always take place from 50 molecules towards 10 molecule until and unless a state of equilibrium is there. मतलब दोनों साइड पे the solution becomes, the molecules become equal, maybe 50-50 on both the sides or 20-20 on both the sides. The molecules are equal in number. और 50-50 तो नहीं हो सकता, तो अगर और क्लियरिटी देंगे तो मे बी 25-25 on both the sides. Fine. So this is how movement takes place in passive transport, whereas in case of active transport it can occur from low to high concentration as well. मतलब the same beaker, 50 molecules, 10 molecules, so it can take place from 10 to 50 as well, wherever it is required. Actually it occurs according to its requirement. जिस तरफ भी molecules are required, they will move towards that side without considering the concentration gradient. And also इसको ऐसे simple भी learn कर सकते हैं. Like for example, if we have to climb the stairs, we need energy. If we have to maybe come down, we do not require that much of energy. So active transport occurs against concentration, which requires energy, whereas here it occurs towards the concentration gradient, so no energy is required. Important point, very important point. Next is semi-permeable membrane. Semi-permeable membrane may or may not be required. That means in these processes, in certain processes, semi-permeable membrane is required, is necessary, whereas in some others it's not required. It can occur without the semi-permeable membrane as well. So it is required or may not be required in some others, whereas here it is required. That means semi-permeable membrane definitely is required in active transport. Next point is it is not affected by change in temperature or change in oxygen molecules, or maybe addition or deletion of metabolic indicators. Like for example, if I give example of a metabolic indicator, that is cyanide. So there is no change which takes place in the process if the temperature changes, or there is change in molecules of oxygen or something, or there is addition or deletion of some metabolic indicator, whereas in active transport it is affected. It gets affected by the change in temperature, change in oxygen molecules and metabolites. Fine. So this is also a very important pointer. Now I am giving you the examples of the processes which come under passive transport and the ones which come under active transport. So if I talk about active transport, all the pumps like sodium pump, potassium pump or sodium potassium pump, so all these pumps, they come under active transport. Sodium pump, we have done it under excretion when we did counter current mechanism, so these pumps are explained there. So the process is active these all the pumps in the body, they come under active transport. Under passive transport it is osmosis, diffusion, facilitated diffusion. Fine. So these are all the examples of our passive transport. Very, very important. If you do not understand this, when we will do these examples, you won't be able to relate it to something. So you must know passive transport ke under we have these, and under active transport we talk about all the pumps. In our next video, we'll start up with the first process, that is osmosis. We will talk about osmosis in detail according to your course. We'll talk about its advantages and all. So keep watching, liking, sharing, subscribing. Thank you.